Kenobi, episode 4. Let's talk about it. Listen, man, this show has been constantly mediocre from the beginning. Even last episode with the introduction of Darth Vader was just mediocre to me. Nothing special about it. Yes, the Vader stuff was memorable, but everything outside of that was just boring. And this show as a whole has just not been very good to me. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about episode 4. So we open with Obi-Wan in the back of the tank, which admittedly was an awesome sequence, having those duality shots of him and Vader both in the back of the tank. Awesome. This would be the perfect time for some flashbacks to the Clone Wars, or flashbacks to him and Anakin bonding when Anakin was still a child. Anything. But no, we don't get it. Instead, we just hop into another typical Star Wars story of it's time to infiltrate the Empire with some bullshit and save the child. And honestly, it is just boring, man. We soon learn that Leia's been captured by Reva, like we all saw, and, you know, the actress for Leia, I don't want to say anything negative about a child. I'll just say that I have not liked the acting from her. Leave it at that. Now, Reva is becoming more enjoyable because the issue I had with her in the first couple episodes was that she was over the top evil to the point where it was hilarious. Like, the actress was trying too hard to be evil, and part of that probably is because they don't give her much dialogue to work with, any good dialogue at least. But now that the character has settled, I wouldn't say she's enjoyable, but she's tolerable. And the actress is doing her best, although I do think some of her acting is still a little overacting. But overall, not bad. Okay, then we have Obi-Wan sneaking in, going through the halls, and honestly, man, all of this is just so unremarkable. His friend who helps him get in gets captured. Leia's about to get tortured. Reba figures out right away that the friend was, a double agent. It's just typical. It plays out how, you're going to play out. And honestly, I don't want to talk about this episode anymore. I don't want to do a recap because this episode is so unremarkable. To me, it was like a 5 out of 10 at best, 6. I just want to talk about this series as a whole, and I've talked about it on my TikTok, but I'll say it here, that we should not settle for mediocrity. Like, we as fans deserve better, and this show has been mediocre. So painfully mediocre. And it kills me because we've had good Star Wars in the last half decade. The Clone Wars was great. Rebels, parts of it was incredible. There's a lot of goodness in the Bad Batch. Force Awakens wasn't bad. Last Jedi, dog shit. Rise of Skywalker, dog shit. Rogue One, that third act, top tier Star Wars content. I like Solo. Solo was alright. But the thing is Disney, man. This goes past just Kenobi, man. Disney Plus shows have just all been so painfully mediocre, predictable, paint by the numbers, lazy, uninspired, and I get all of that in Kenobi. I mean, dude, look at these action scenes where Kenobi's friend escapes from the 2 stormtroopers. Like, she just pushes the helmet. What kind of choreography is that? She just pushed the helmet and, like, dude went flying. Like, bro. Like, do you guys even care? The show has a multitude of issues, and it's upsetting. And like I said, it all starts with Disney Plus and what they're doing with their shows. This didn't need to be a show. This was basically a filler episode. This entire show could have been a 2-hour movie, and it should have been that, and it would have been a lot better. But instead, we're getting a dragged out plot with wooden characters, mediocre acting, bad plotting, terrible choreography in every sense of the word, whether it be fight, running away, escaping, all of it awful. It's just so painfully mediocre, man, and it breaks my heart because I've grown up a Star Wars fan. I'm a huge nerd. I love the lore, all the lore that isn't canon anymore, all that shit. I love it. I mean, I'm reading a Darth Bane book right now. It's just to say that we as fans should not settle for mediocrity, and I'm seeing a lot of people starting to turn on Kenobi, and I like that make your voice heard, that this show is not good. It's not. It should be better. Instead, they focused in on Reva and Leia, and Obi-Wan's like a passenger in his own show. This show was marketed to us as Obi-Wan and Vader, and instead we're getting shit that we don't give a fuck about, and it pains me so much. How are you going to make Obi-Wan a passenger in his own show, bro? Like, it's just wrong. And Reva is not interesting. Leia, adorable little girl. No one wants to see her. If you want to tell a story about the Inquisitors, make a show. Give Reva her own show, but don't do it in the Kenobi show. I'm just really frustrated. And I know a lot of us as Star Wars fans are. Like I said, we deserve better. We know we can get better. But I don't know what's going on with Disney and their creative teams because they're stifled, man. And if this is what the future of Star Wars is going to be, then I'm terrified. And I don't know what to say. I'm not looking forward to the future. If we're 4 episodes into a 6-episode limited series and we've had one interaction with Vader and with Obi-Wan, what was the point of bringing Hayden Christensen back? For him to just stand in the sand once? I'm sure we're going to get more of them as the show goes on. There's 2 episodes left. They might be saving the best for last. But at this point, I'm just checked out. I don't give a fuck. As a content creator, I'm going to watch them. I'm going to review them, but I just don't care. Anything they do from now until the end of the show, I'm just not going to care about. I'm over it. I don't care about the show. Neither should you. Don't let Disney treat you like a fool, because they're treating us like fools by putting this mediocre ass garbage out there, expecting us to take it in and be happy with it. No, absolutely not. I will not settle for this garbage. We deserve better. And I know the Star Wars fandom gets labeled as toxic, and a lot of it is, but a lot of it isn't. Some of us are just passionate. And this is coming from a place of passion that I think us as fans, we deserve better, and we shouldn't settle for this shit. So, that's my review on Kenobi, I guess. Fuck the show. Fuck Disney. Do better. Demand better from your shows, guys. Once you've seen the greatest of the greatest, like me, with Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, Mr. Robot, you compare it to the shit we're getting from Disney Plus, and it's just like, are they even trying? And yes, you can compare shows. No, you can't compare storytelling and stuff like that, but you can compare quality. And other than the set design, this show lacks quality in every single way. So, you guys keep watching it if you want, but I'm over this shit already.